Good to go.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. I'm Mascara, and with me, as always, is DTV83. Let's say
Hey,
hi.
everybody.
So, today we got a news episode, and this is going to be heavily focused on Krang just because there's a lot of Krang in the news today. So, anything you want to run over before I get to because we got a few topics here.
Oh, I'm not. We haven't really talked about what the topics are exactly today,
Yeah, well,
but
news bits, stuff.
um, yeah, I'm not. Like I said, we haven't actually sat down and talked. This is just kind of having a
Yeah.
good time. Um, no, I really have nothing else to really bring up to the table at the moment. Just gonna
No.
go with the flow today.
All right, cool. Well, first thing, I got my Motu Leonardo here.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
the he's pretty good. It's just their legs don't look. I'll show you.
Yep.
That's the most he's gonna be able to sit. He doesn't really sit well, and this
Oh,
is a
wow.
Motu problem. So let me get the shell out of the way so you can see the figure. But see, it's a nice figure.
It
These
is
things
very nice.
these things should actually be on the knee pads. They're supposed to go on the arms, but they're so cumbersome. These pads, I think they look better on the knees. It just makes the figure
Yeah.
look cleaner. But that's me. Oh, and they have this removable shell that you plug into the back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that you can slide it in and you can slide it off. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And this thing splits down the middle. By the way,
So it becomes
it's just
two.
yeah, it becomes two He-Man sword. It splits into He-Man has half and Skeletor has the other half, and you bring them
Yeah.
together to make one. Yeah, that's kind of the same idea here. He is a fun toy. Like I said, I love this freaking head sculpt. This head sculpt is so cool, and the figure himself, he moves really well. It's just I don't know, these knee pads are kind of wonky, and the Motu thing, the Origins thing of they won't really sit is kind of whatever. But
Eh,
that's
you
that.
know, there's always got to be some imperfection in life.
Yeah. Well, speaking of imperfections, our first news bit, NECA's got a new layer, Donnie's Lab, and it's going on sale for 300 bones.
Ugh,
You getting that?
no, that's too much, man. Man, that's way too much
But
for.
you don't want Donnie's Lab and all these other things.
I'll
I don't
build
have
it.
any space for that. Besides,
I'll build
I don't
it.
even buy NECA. So
I don't buy NECA either, but you know what I've seen of them. They're nice looking. They do what they need to do. But again, if it's the same type of cardboard looking box for a lab, I
pretty
don't
much,
know.
pretty
I
much,
don't
they have
know.
like two or three pieces that are sort of outright, but basically everything
Mhm.
is just basically the wall.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Because I think we talked about it like last year. Remember the teleporter? The teleporter is
Mhm.
being sold as alone, so it's not part of this lab. So that's another
Yeah.
like $70 they want to stick you with. So there's that. Uh, the next bit of news, and this is actually something I've been kind of wanting to bring into the show, which is I wanted us to do sort of an episode review of Street Sharks episode one because
Okay.
it's so similar to Ninja Turtles. It's like it really goes beat for beat for a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. And
Yeah.
when we
'Cause
actually do the review, you'll see it. But
yeah, it was the competitor of Ninja Turtles trying to do something above the
yeah,
rest. But yeah,
they
I
ran out of
remember
gas
it.
real quick. Yep.
That's a good pun. Good pun. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Uh,
what? I would revisit that show. Again, it's been a long
uh,
time.
yeah. I think they have it basically everywhere. I think YouTube, Tubi, everybody has Street Sharks playing
Ye-
somewhere. There's this other one, Freezy or something like that, the Amazon free version,
Oh yeah, I own
Freeverse.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
No, no,
it might be
no.
on there
I
too.
might be. I know I own Amazon Prime, so I have Prime Video. But
Yeah,
a lot of times I don't have things I want to watch anyways. But
Yeah, they got
yeah.
some stuff on there, but specifically Street Sharks, they're doing an Origins type like this, but they're doing like a revamped version of the original toys in
Okay.
a brand new toy line, which I'm actually excited about because I hate it. I'm gonna probably get heat for this, but I hated the original Street Sharks toys. I thought they were garbage, gigantic blocks. Like they're like this big, and like you can't like two of them will fit in a box if you're lucky. Like they are
Yeah,
so impractical. You remember seeing Street Sharks figures? Like they were like
I
this
do, and I also remember the cartoon
freaking
how
head.
big they were just trying to mimic the cartoon. The cartoon Street Sharks on those little bikes. I mean, that's what it
Yeah,
was,
that
you
was
know.
these new ones, the origin style, if you or like the reboot toys, they come in similar packaging, but it's brand new articulation. They have elbows, they have knee bends, which is
Oh
crazy for
wow!
Street Sharks.
And
And here,
who's making those?
Mattel,
Mattel. Oh,
yeah,
really?
Mattel has a license. So I mean, they're just putting everything they put into Motu, they're bringing it over to Street Sharks, which is
Oh wow!
genius. Which is what Ninja
Oh
Turtles should
yeah.
do, an updated version of the Playmates things. And I mean, it would kind of stick it to Super Seven because that's kind of their thing. But
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Super
sure
Seven.
Playmates would work a lot faster too. Playmates wouldn't
Oh
give
yeah.
you like six figures a year and tell you suck it. You know.
Well, they don't. They don't. They. Okay. So to be
They
fair
start doing
though,
like that.
to be fair though, Playmates has all their molds and they know how to stretch them to make them bigger or whatever. You know, instead of having, well, we got to do all the calculations and all this to make it. Yeah, whatever.
I think it's also their whole the boutique market thing that they're always crying about. The oh, we only make 1,000, or we only make 20,000, or we make 12,000. We make them pre-order, and well, I'm not here to talk bad about Super Seven. I do like Super Seven stuff,
Well,
but
I'm just gonna say this in general, not just about Super Seven, but any collector line. They might tell you they make, let's say, 15,000 a one. But the honest truth of the matter is, if that thing's selling and selling, they're gonna keep making it until the revenue goes down. It's just like seeing Super Seven's Power Rangers, the original Wave One.
mm,
Entertainment Earth still has a few of them. Big Bad Toy Store, you can still buy the whole set at a discount price now. On Super Seven, every once in a while, you'll have one or two of them pop back up on their.
Walmart has
Yeah,
the Power Rangers,
I mean,
Trini
so
and Tommy.
yeah, so you'll see, places even all of a sudden have them for a discount price. Like I said, Super Seven's website every once in a while will pop up Red Ranger for sale, Trini, Green, Goldar, and you're just like, those haven't even been on your website for a while. What's going on? Well, what's going on is
Yeah,
somebody going, I'm looking for these, can't find them, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we'll make 50 more and just put them on our website, limited run of it,
yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Super Seven here, and this is just as an observer, all right. Let's say you're made to order that type of stuff. Fine. Yeah, Big Bad only orders so many figures. This so many figures. They've
Mm.
they've broken technically the glass ceiling because they got into Walmart. You can walk into a Walmart and find a couple of Ultimates figures of Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. So here's my point: if you made it into Walmart, you should drastically drop the price of your toy because your toy now it's not just standing alone. It's not looking at like a $50, $55 figure. Now it's looking like a $55 figure next to a $49 Xbox game because that's where they sell it. And that no, for real, like
No,
now your
yeah, no,
competitor,
oh,
you're looking at something else because it's not in the
no, I
regular
see
toy
that.
aisle. It's in
No,
the electronic aisle.
yeah, because the NECA stuff's right there too. Like in my Walmart, I don't see Super 7 in my Walmart, but I see NECA, Ninja Turtle NECA, Ninja Turtles this, and
The
it's like,
Wolfman
yeah,
one,
okay,
and yeah, the
yeah, and
Halloween
just,
ones.
yeah, exactly. They're all there by the, like you said, video games, because Walmart's Walmart. They all rearrange all at the same time. Uh, yeah, so yeah, they made it to Walmart. I haven't seen them though over here in Washington. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just means the one
Yeah.
I'm at isn't there. And but again, I can go to like Bonds and Nobles, the bookstore, and they're there, right next to the comic books.
Hmm.
So
But my
yeah.
thing is like the supply and demand. Walmart is not gonna buy 1,000 of these figures, are they? I mean, they have to buy bigger numbers, so you
Yeah.
should have your price should be theoretically, because I don't know their numbers and I'm not talking for them. I'm just saying theoretically speaking that you have to be real bold faced to try to sell an Ultimates figure at Walmart for more than $40. I'm sorry, but really,
Yeah.
you're putting
Well.
$15 plus tax on that. You got some balls if you wanted $40 to begin with at Walmart. Most figures over there, what, like 15, $20? If you put your figures at $40, you're right there with NECA. Because
Yeah.
NECA's figures are mostly $40, right? They're like 37, $39.
About
They
that,
more
unless
or
it's like
less,
yeah,
but they
unless
play
it's like a
around
three
that
pack, four
ballpark, right?
pack. Yeah. If it's a
Yeah,
single one, yeah. If it's
yeah.
like a full set, yeah, it can get up there pretty pricey. But yeah.
Which is a lot of money. You're right. I mean, $40 for like a Wolfman version of Donnie or something, or whatever it is. I mean, it does have its audience, and I'm not saying it doesn't, and I'm not saying that they're not done well. I'm just saying, like, if that's your competitor. Then even if you're not comparing the Ultimates figure to a video game, even if they're right in the same aisle and right next to each other, fine. But literally, like, here's your Ultimate, and here is the NECA one. You're right there, bro. You're like Pepsi
Yeah.
and Coke. Pepsi can't charge $7 for a $2 Coke. No, bro, that's not the way the game goes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I
Well,
don't know their business model. But
it's like Hasbro's Lightning collection. I'm gonna bring this up because I went to Walmart for like the last few months and they've had absolutely nothing for Lightning collection at Walmart. Either one of the locations. The other day I went shopping and I decided, let's go look and see what they have. Let's see if they've upped their. Guess what? Lightning collection was back in there. Had Dino Thunder Black, the one that people look for all the time on Facebook. Had the Dino Thunder Bad Guy. Had Lost Galaxy Pink. I'm just like, really? Because I can't find those on Hasbro Pulse, but you can find them at Walmart still. So there's
yeah,
Hasbro still producing at least. So that's a good sign of something because they could just be like, well, on hiatus, we're going to stop producing in general.
okay. So I actually have news on that.
Okay,
You
awesome.
the reason why that's happening is because these are floater waves. They're not specific waves. So like you're in Washington, right? You're gonna
Hmm.
get Lightning Collection Wave 7. For some weird reason, it's back in shelves, right?
Yeah,
I'm in Texas. I'm getting Wave 12 when you got Wave 7. Why? Because my distributor just had those figures.
yeah,
It's just bad distribution. It has nothing to do with them making more figures or anything like that, because uh, it's just bad distribution. That's why it's not even. Like, if you tell me for you it's 7 and for me it's 7, then they're making more sevens, right? But if you get
yeah,
7 and I get Wave 12 and the neighbor gets Wave 9, then what the hell are we doing here? You know what I mean? We're just circle jerking
yeah.
the waves basically, or whatever didn't sell by Big Bad, then they liquidate it to Walmart, and Walmart liquidates it to Dollar
Really?
General or one of these people. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah,
keep like circling the same product.
yeah.
Basically, their toys are on tour.
As you're saying, the circling thing, on tour or whatever. That's why I'm staying away from Burlington because Burlington, I know has figures that come and go in there, and it's like, I collect Super Seven, but there's every once in a while I find a figure from Hasbro. It's like, oh, that'd be nice to have. It's $10 at Burlington. I'll pick it up. And
Yeah,
stuff like that. I have to stay away from because like I don't need it. I
yeah,
would love to have it, but again, where's Hasbro going? Is it staying? Is it leaving? Are they gonna reproduce any more Lightning collection? Is it gonna continue on? I know the Power Rangers remakes coming out, soon next year, maybe hopefully a little sooner than next year, but it's probably gonna be next year.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, reboot, not remakes, reboot,
We
same
should be
thing.
hearing some. I'll tell you this, since we're kind of, floating a little before we get back into the list. I'll tell you this: if we don't find out anything past April, because April is Comic Con, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm not gonna even be here for that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we don't hear anything by April, then we're not getting next year for sure, because it's usually the cutoff date.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything to say at Comic Con, you're not doing anything for the next year above. So it wouldn't be to this April; it'd be to next April, maybe. So I think that'll be the deadline. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I think if you don't have anything for Comic Con, you ain't doing nothing next year either. Which is gonna
Yeah.
suck because that means 2 years of nothing. But I mean, have you heard anything? Have you heard any castings for new shows? Have you heard any new
I
posts or anything? Because I haven't heard anything. It's been
I
radio
haven't
silence over
heard.
here.
Last thing I heard was that each episode is gonna be like an hour long, and that was it. That was the last thing I heard. Casting, I don't know. Who's directing it? Again, rumors. I can only say rumors because I haven't heard anything in stone. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about the show really. Besides, it's an hour
Yeah,
long episode on Netflix, most likely.
yeah. Because I don't see them trying to drop a new line or drop a teaser at like Toy Fair or one of these New York Toy Fair.
No.
They're not gonna do it there. They're gonna do it at San Diego, or they're not gonna. They're just gonna wait it, push it to another year. In
Yeah, and
my opinion.
again, yeah, they're gonna do something or like these Comic Cons, like we have one in Seattle every year too. We had a Power
Hmm.
Ranger Comic Con, Power Fest or something like that. It was all about Power Rangers, and
Hmm.
I missed it last year by a week. I was still in Thailand last year at that point. I was about ready to fly home and found out about it. Like, oh, I was bummed out because it's Seattle, an hour away from my house. I could actually went and met Austin, St. John, and uh, like two or three other Rangers from different series.
Hmm.
But yeah, again, even those Comic Cons have special figurines that they have. The San Diego Comic Con Megazords and stuff like that. So maybe Hasbro might say something there about even just one of their collections or something. I don't know. Uh, I would love to hear something about the Power Ranger reboot. Uh, Again, I've been watching all the Power Rangers. Sure, I just got done finishing Dino Thunder, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I'm
I
surprised we
mean,
haven't heard anything more about it.
yeah. The only thing I could look if technically we don't get anything for Comic Con for San Diego this year, the only other like way they could kind of keep the thing going would be if Ultimates drops another wave there or something like because they,
Again,
they
all
are with Super Seven. So I mean, if
Mhm.
if Hasbro comes out and says, "Hey, look, we're partnered with these people, and they're going to be doing this and this,"
Yeah,
uh,
well, unfortunately, Super Seven
make like Wave Seven or Rangers or something.
they have to move on from Mighty Morphin, or at least finish up the last three Moon Palace people that they haven't had: Scorpina, Squad and Baboon, because they have Bulk and Skull now. They have to finish those three and move on. But the question is, like, I actually asked my audience on YouTube, if, out of different categories, what would be the next move for Super Seven? What would you guys like to see Super Seven do? And they all
Hmm.
went for in space. And I was really shocked because I went from Zeo, Turbo, in space, and they all went for in space. And I was like really like curious. I was like, wow, you don't want the Zeo characters, you don't want this. And then I thought about it because in reality, everybody can make those characters. I mean, there's a whole line of Zeo, but a good high detail of space. Hasbro does a good job, but Super Seven could do a whole better overall layout. With the
I don't.
boards and the guns
Yeah.
and all that.
Well, I think it also depends. Like, okay, in San Diego, if Hasbro comes out and they say we're partnered with Super Seven, and now we're expanding the partnership because right now, from what I understand and from all the interviews that Brian said, they're locked into Mighty Morphin.
Yeah,
But if they
that's my understanding.
okay, but if they renegotiate the contract and they're like, you know what? Why don't you do Cosmic Fury Ultimates?
Oh
We don't
wow,
have
there you
regular
go.
Ultimates anyways, so it just depends on what they would open up the the contract license to. So
Yeah, Cosmic Fury would be an awesome one to see happen
something to
because
fill the
again,
void because you can't just
no
have
one did
nothing like
Cosmic.
that.
Nobody did Cosmic Fury. I mean, yeah, you can get the Zords on Amazon, but they're
Hasbro
not.
didn't do Cosmic
Yeah,
Fury.
no, it's like I almost bought the other day. I almost bought the Dragon. I don't remember what it's called in America, but it was the
The
Dragon
Purple Dragon.
Zord. Yeah, but it was the whole Megazord. It comes in the whole Megazord. You can take it apart, put it back together, straight from
Oh,
Japan. It's like,
with the little balls and the
uh huh,
cap.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it was like $89 on Amazon. It was like,
That's not
okay,
bad.
no, it's
That's
not. And
not
it's like, I thought about buying it because Hasbro never released it.
for an
You
import
know,
Megazord. That's actually pretty good. You're getting it under $100.
yeah.
Uh,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
Hasbro needs to release Cosmic. I mean, they could do that just on off Lightning Collection 2.0 Cosmic Fury line limited edition. Done. Have something fun for the next year or this year or whatever.
or Ultimates. I mean, unless Super Seven decides to like just announce two waves of the reaction figures. I don't know
Yeah.
how well they sold or not, but they did
Well,
do
they
a
keep
pretty
making them.
extensive. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they did a good variety. I think they did the entire Moon Palace. I think they did Squat, Babu,
They did.
Rita,
They have the whole. They
Scorpino,
have. That's the
yeah,
thing is they have
Rito.
all of them. Yeah, they
So
have all of
and
them.
and they just keep going.
They even
They
had
do
the White
Master
Tiger
Vile.
Zord.
Yeah, if they make Master Vile in that size, or
Uh
they
huh.
start making Pumpkin Rapper or other characters, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting back to the news thing, yeah, like I was finishing the Street Sharks thing, they're gonna come out with three characters. The blue one, uh, then the brown one, that's the Hammerhead, and one of the bad guys. So that looks interesting. There's gonna be more information coming out in the next month or so. So that's basically what's there. The next point, the news bit is Cyborg Crane from Super Seven is out now.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I've seen
between
that.
85 and $95.
Depending on where you buy it from. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think? Because it looks pretty simple for $90.
I
It's like
again, it's a cash grab in my opinion because yeah, you take the chest plate off, you can see the little hamster wheel in it, and I thought that was kind of funny. Again, stuff that I don't remember seeing in the cartoon, but it's been years since I watched it. Um, yeah, I think if you like to see what's inside of something, and you always had that imagination, how does this work? How does that work? Super 7 out it for you. You can keep the whole thing together. You can take it off. I'm like, that's the inside of Krang. Uh, robot monster thing.
yeah,
Ectoskeleton, is that what it's called? Anyways, yeah.
exoskeleton. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've
I,
seen some reviews on it. The chest plate is supposedly super weak. Like it can
oh,
snap
no.
and break really easy. You know the chest
Really?
plate that's supposed to pop out so you can see the
Yeah,
head stick
yeah.
in. That's supposedly really, really, really sensitive. So that can break. And since the head is not fully connected, half the face can pop out and pop in, which puts pressure on the joint that connects the back
Yeah,
of the
the
foot,
pins. The
the
pins,
two
yeah.
pins of the head.
Uh-huh.
So that might start breaking that too. So that's not good.
Yeah, but I think when Super 7 creates these ideas, they're not creating the idea of somebody gonna be putting it in and off, on and off, on and off all the time. It's just how do you want to display it? Again, Super 7 is a displaying piece. We're gonna make it like this. Like, there's a company out there. I don't remember the name of it, but I've seen people, very famous YouTubers have it that are gamers. But there's companies that will take a game machine apart and frame it, so you can see all the insides of a game machine. Like the Nintendo Wii or the Xbox Series X or something. All put it,
Hmm.
little pieces in a frame, a picture frame, so you can hang it on your wall and it's
Yeah,
all labeled what everything is. It's the same idea, but with the toy. I look at it that way, like, oh, is this showing you the cartoon inside? It's like they had one for the Megazord and and the Dragon Zord too. They had one for the Dragon Zord too that had the same idea.
yeah. I would have done something different. I would have done that idea, but instead of making the whole Krang, I would have just done Krang's head, the robot head, and then you take off,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
so you can display it that way. Because the thing is, you're gonna retread this. There's no way they don't make an Ultimate Krang Android bot, right?
Right.
So you're gonna show all of the not defects, but all of the shortcuts because you're eventually gonna have to at least make elbow cuts and knee cuts. But your figure size wise is gonna be pretty comparative to the cyborg one. Like you're not
Hmm.
gonna split the atom here. It's not a
No.
radical change. And you're not going to get a waist articulation from an Android Crane. I don't think. I mean, you would have to put like a ball peg and to try to make that, and then make a plug big enough so you can have Krang actually come into his stomach body if you do an Ultimates figure. I don't know. It seems like I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do like the way it looks, but it's very much. Uh,
Yeah.
you
No,
know what I mean?
I
It's like
understand. I
walking
mean,
the line. It's walking the line because you're not gonna. What do they do with the Ultimates Krang, the Ultimates Android? What are they gonna do? They're gonna cut the arms and they're gonna make knees, right? Basically,
pretty much because they're not going to detach the legs like they do in the video game.
you're
And
not. Yeah, you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get the bicep cut thing that
oh,
the people are always
there,
complaining about. You're not gonna
there
get
is
knees. So
there is something they could do, but it would be very interesting if they did. In a lot of the video games, and it would be based on the video game because they look exactly like the cartoon. I don't know if it ever happened in the cartoon, but his hands in a lot of the video games are missiles where they would detach and fly
yeah,
out. So they would do the same thing they would do with the Dragon Zord hand. With the missiles came out and they had those little things attached to it. They could do that for an add-on. They could have
yeah.
hands
They
that would fly
actually
out.
include. That's the thing. They already include that in the cyborg version
Oh,
because they
did
have
they?
one. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's such a retread
Oh,
of their own tread. They have one that's a claw pincher thing, and they have
hmm.
another one that's sort of a remote control hand. Remember the old remote control
Yeah,
with the antenna
yeah.
popping up? That's basically what
Can't
they
get
have.
me. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
Wow.
see where that goes. I'll get
Yeah.
it if they because I'll get it because I like the way it looks, but I'm not gonna pay no $90. I'll get it with
No,
maybe
that
discounted or
go on.
something. But
Well, I know Entertainment always have coupons that can pop up if somebody go on there. 10% off of anything that's in stock. So it could be like a brand new item in stock and 10% off.
yeah,
you know.
yeah. The next topic here is some Lightning collection. We haven't
Ooh.
talked Lightning collection in in like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was announced last year at like I think it was like April that they announced this. So it's like almost April to April because we're in March of 24. Uh they're finally releasing the Phantom Ranger the invisible version.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I thought that was
That's
wow.
just coming out. That's just coming out too. You you should have had that
That's
figure out a
crazy.
whiles back, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yes, man.
What do you think
That is
about that? You think it's too little, too late? I mean, this figure is a
well,
holdover, anyways.
I will say this. I think it's never too late to get an action figure that somebody doesn't have yet. Everybody's the collectors of the Lightning Collection people are very highly. I want. And don't get me wrong, Super Seven people, like myself, are the same way. I want. So if something comes out that's just enough uniqueness, people are gonna buy it. I don't think it's. I don't think it's too late. No, but that question. No, I don't think it's too late. What I think it is that it's just bad timing. It's gonna get
Yeah.
people's hopes up, and it's yeah, bad timing. I think more than anything else.
Well, I think it's for now. I think it's a one and done because I don't think
Yeah,
there's anything else coming down the pipeline of Lightning Collection, right? I mean, or
no.
that should have
Uh,
been out already because that was supposed to be a Walgreens exclusive. Remember?
yeah, I can say there's only like I am disappointed in the Lightning Collection for one reason, and it's kind of funny because I don't even collect the items, but I just wanted to see it come true. The rest of the Power Bow and the Power Axe, I really wanted to see that actually happen. Because the people have all the daggers, the lance, the Power Sword, the Dragon Dagger, but they don't have the last two that they need to make the
Yeah.
actual battle weapon. And yes, I know the Dragon Dagger has nothing to do with that, but you still can buy that. Big Bad Toy Store actually has that on sale still to buy.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Lightning Collection. I really hope comes back. Even though I don't really collect them, I collect certain things from them, but not like a whole line. But I really just want to see those things in action. Those two weapons in action. I want to see
Yeah.
the thing slide and all that and connect. I want to see that whole thing connect and see how big it is.
They would have to. Well, that's sort of a rabbit hole talking Lightning Collection.
Yes.
So let's there's a lot of stuff that could be done there. Let's move on then. Uh, here's some Playmates news. Rarely, but Playmates is doing a Ninja Turtles original comic book, original promotional drawing toys. So the original promo drawing that Eastman and Laird did,
Yeah.
that Playmates was using to like shop around the license to see who would help fund the original Ninja Turtle line. That drawing,
Yeah.
they're becoming toys. And
Really?
those, yeah, they're making all four figures and they're coming out later in the summer. And those things scream repaints. You could tell Playmates is gonna release the red bandana ones with all of the same color. They're gonna do the gray ones. Oh man,
Uh,
I already see them with like four more waves of the same exact turtles, bro.
yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're gonna
You know
use the
what?
shit out of that sculpt too, bro.
That is
Sorry to
something I
curse.
will. That is something that is really hard for me. I really want a set of the red bandanas Ninja Turtles, but there's always every time I see a set of them from different companies, they always look right, but not correct. Like there's
No,
always something
these
wrong
these
about
look,
them.
these are made to the drawing. They're not like
Yeah.
the other ones that have all the scratches and scars on them. They're supposed to
Hmm.
be the Mirage, but no, this is supposed to be promotionally drawn toys,
Yeah.
promotional that based on the promotional drawing. So that's
Yeah.
coming later in the summer.
Well, and
Uh,
that comes out, I will see if they look like it, but I'm hoping they will look like, see if they actually
they
look like that promotional drawing or if it's gonna look
they're
different.
retailing. They've already retailed the price. That's gonna be like 11.99. So let
Oh,
12
that's it.
bucks.
Oh,
12 bucks.
jeez.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I'll
like
buy it. I'll probably
less
buy
than
them.
50 bucks, you're gonna get all four turtles. You get like 47
Yeah.
bucks, you'll probably get all four.
Well,
Um, yeah.
maybe they'll come in a 4 pack with the drawing, a
No, they're
reproduced
doing
drawing.
one. They're doing one. But
Oh,
that does sound like something loyal subjects would do.
right,
That's very loyal. Royal subjects is already writing that down right now. They're
right.
like, gotta release the
Hey,
gray.
I want my cut. I want my cut.
There you go. DTV gets his cut. Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
That sounds so much like them too, bro. It's like, I can see
Right.
them writing down. Hey, I got this great idea.
2 months later. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So network exec takes credit for your idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh well.
w-
Probably not the
yeah,
first time.
yeah. We've given out some pretty doozy ideas here if they listen. Uh,
Exactly.
okay, next item here is we got the first images for the Tales of the TMNT action figures coming out later this year, and we got weirdly they're not the regular figures; they're the mix and match ones. So mix and match is basically the one where you can pop the head off of Leonardo and put it on Donatello, and
Oh
the
no.
modular ones
I
that
haven't
they
seen those
did
in
for
years.
yeah did it for the 2012 show, and then they tried to do it for the Rise Turtles, and now they're bringing it in here. They've already
Oh
shown pictures of the
man.
first 8 figures,
Huh.
so there's already 8 figures that are coming for it. The four
Well,
turtles, you know, and
yeah,
they
that
yeah
whole that whole pop head off, put different turtle head on. I don't
mix and
know.
match thing, yeah.
It's yeah. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, if they had extra heads or something, that'd be okay. But dude, hey, I'm gonna make my Leonardo into a Raphael. No,
Yeah, give him
no.
Splinter's legs or something.
Yeah, it's like why don't you just be able to take the belts off, put them on the other one, call it a day.
Because they're using the same sculpt. If you look at these pictures, the mix and match ones, they've changed the inside ports, but on the outside, they basically look like the same turtles.
Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah, they look just like the Mutant Mayhem ones. The only thing is, I think they changed the belts to all black with like little stars on them, but they're
Oh
basically the same.
wow.
Yeah, and they put little wrappings on the feet and the hands, so you can be like, "Oh man, it's a completely different figure." Like the Malibu Stacy thing from The Simpsons. Like she's got a hat.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
basically put a hat on these, and it's the four turtles, Splinter, two robots, and Metalhead. The Tales of the TMNT and
Yeah.
Metalhead. So that's that one.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, they still haven't even finished Mutant Mayhem toy line. I mean,
Yeah,
because at
that's
one
done.
point they were.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't seen the single pack April O'Neil yet because they were supposed to release that too.
yeah, they were
So
supposed to release all of the baby ones too. The
yeah,
baby Wingnut and baby Scumbug,
and I
baby
haven't seen any of
Frost.
that. You know, so I'm
Unless
still
they
waiting
move
for this.
everything over, they're
Yeah,
just gonna
and
change packaging.
that's possible because I'm waiting for the April O'Neil to complete my Mutant Mayhem collection. Actually, let me
Yeah,
restate that my son's Mutant Mayhem collection because I gave it to him. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They're not the. I I don't know. I guess they have to just move everything into new packaging because remember that figure that was supposed to come out of Ray Fillet never came out, and they ended up pushing him into the Tales of the TMNT. But if the figure's already done, what are you gonna do? You
yeah,
have to just make new boxes because you're not gonna
yeah, because
put
the
Mutant Mayhem with new Tales of the TMNT packaging
no,
figures. I don't. No.
I mean that's the thing. Like the April O'Neil one's been done for ever and a day. They just haven't repackaged it. Because it's supposed to come with she was supposed to come with like a laptop and like the book bag, and I think it was like two or three other things she was supposed to
Yeah, she
come
gets
with.
a weapons rack too.
Yeah. So
Uh, yeah, we'll see. I think it
yeah.
might be over though. I got that for the Mutant Mayhem. I got that 4 pack where the turtles are in disguises, or like
Hmm.
Raph is in space and whatever.
Yeah.
But they've done single releases of those recently.
Yeah.
But
Well, they were
I think
supposed
that
to.
might be the end of that.
Yeah. And I got the battle packs that were Walmart exclusives, ones with all the
Yeah,
battle damage on every character. God, I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. Those are pretty cool. Next news bit here is the Krang for for this series, the green Krang, the Motu X TMNT,
Hmm.
the big green Krang, he's coming
Yeah.
to Walmart Collector Con. So that should. I hope it's $25 because if it's them trying to like price gouge you, so like, oh, it's $30 for Krang when most figures are 20. Gonna suck to pay.
God, I hope not. But people do whatever they can to make a easy cash
Yeah,
grab.
I mean they did that with uh with Trapjaw and the Mouser to like 25.99 or something like that. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens there. Uh, going into Super 7 again, the Ultimates Ninja Turtles Wave 10, their date has moved up again.
Oh,
They
really?
yeah, I don't know what it is with Wave 10 that they can't seem to either get it out or they don't want to get it out, but now it's saying March again. And I've talked about this
Man.
before on other episodes.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you my thing got pushed back until like almost next year, and now they're saying that it's coming out this month again. I was like, I hope it
Yeah. That.
does. Big Bad had to move the dates again, and Entertainment Earth has moved it up again. You
What
can't
is
keep.
going on? Because that makes no sense. Like the Ninja Turtle line for Super 7 is just so off base. As like they go, 9, 7, 8, 10. It's they're releasing them in weird ways. They have people's
Yeah,
monies on hold, but they're releasing it and yeah.
yeah,
It,
that's the
it's
one with Rocker Leo, Karai, Ninja April,
mhm,
and Mirage Casey.
yeah. I
And
was
I
thinking of
want
getting
3 of those 4 figures.
Karai,
Guess which one I don't. Guess which one I don't want.
Rock and Leo.
No, I don't. I'll buy that damn Rocket Leo. He looks
I know
pretty
you
good.
would. No,
That
I want
Mirage
the
Casey seems like a waste
yeah,
of money though.
probably. No, I
I
want
hate that fucking stomach. Sorry to curse, but I hate that
oh no.
stomach crunch on the Casey Jones figure.
Oh, that thing looks ugly as hell.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that just that's just screaming to break. But
Hmm.
you know,
No, when it comes to that rave, I was looking forward to Karai.
I've shown you it's they
Yeah,
have a little
yeah,
tank.
yeah.
It's a,
I've
like
seen it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that
Super Seven's design on that one was just no. Not. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why they can't release it because Casey Jones keeps breaking.
I don't know. I mean, it's just a repaint. They're
Yeah.
not changing anything on it, and they put the half mask, the broken mask head to kind of
Hmm.
entice people into getting it, which I do like that. That the broken face mask thing for Casey Jones looks pretty cool.
Well, one of the
But
things yeah.
they cheaped out too because remember there's the unproduced head of for
Hmm.
Casey Jones. They didn't put that
Yeah.
in there, so then they can release it a third time.
Uh
With
huh.
see, I see what you're
Now,
doing,
see,
Super
see,
Seven.
see, you brought up a good point though.
I
Something that
see
the
you.
Super Seven could do for a sideline for any one of those lines, Turtles, Power Rangers, Thundercats, or whatever, is make head sculpts line, a head sculpt line. Like here, you got the White Ranger, Tommy Oliver head, or you got the secondary versions of this head that looks better than the first versions that we released it, or three Casey Jones heads that's never been released by Super 7, or something. They could do headlines. That sounds funny. Headlines of the characters. You want you want a different facial look here. Here's the new ones. New ones. Instead of
You-
having a whole $55
You're right.
character, they could just do
You're right.
heads.
You're right. And here's the thing: we've kind of mentioned this on other episodes too. You better do it before somebody on Etsy does it.
Right?
Somebody's
It's
gonna pay $25 for a head on Etsy, or eBay or wherever, one of these things.
well, those
People
people out
get what they want.
yeah.
The
Well, those people out there that buy two or three of a character and send it off to somebody that customizes it to make it look
yeah,
like the way they wanted it to.
yeah.
So,
Somebody 3D prints it. Somebody makes the file, and there it is.
like we were talking about last time, people were selling the Madame Row and the White Tiger Zord on certain companies. And is it the real Super Seven? We don't know. Is it an Etsy product that looks like a Super Seven? Probably. But I think the head sculpt thing would be a good idea for Super Seven.
I think
You
that's gonna
know.
reveal itself in a little bit of time too, because eventually somebody's gonna review that Madam Web that they found on Etsy or something. Somebody's
Hmm.
gonna review this and say, okay, look, this is this, this is that. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. As toy collectors, we can't shut up about toys. Hey, look what I got!
No,
Look what
no.
I
Well, that's again,
got! Start
I just
snitching on
bought.
ourselves about that.
It's like I'm not a Star Wars fan, but my son is. So I just bought him a Star Wars Hasbro Star Wars Black Series. I think it is Black
Hmm.
Series. Yeah, Black Series Boba Fett. I only know the first six Star Wars movies, 1 through 6. Other than that, I don't know anything. But my son, he loves Star Wars. So,
Yeah,
but I can't tell
I
you anything about these characters because I'm not a big fan of them.
yeah. Oh, speaking of that leads in. That's a really good segue into two characters that I have no affiliation with. IDW, IDW's the Loyal Subjects. They're doing
Mhm.
the IDW version of this character, Apolex. That's supposed to be a
Applex.
female white fox. I don't know who she is. She's probably important in the show, but I don't know. And then this other Rat King that looks like I don't know. It looks like sort of a bootleg horror monster.
Oh, I'm
But
wondering if it's from the comic books.
it's from the IDW one. These two
Yeah,
characters, these two figures are coming out for IDW styles.
I don't know the first one, but yeah. See,
Apolex.
the IDW characters are not. They're very weird looking because they're old fashioned drawings. If it's the ones I'm thinking of, like the ones from Kevin Eastman and Lloyd,
No, it's the
those
new one.
no.
It's the new
Oh, it's the
stuff.
newer ones. Oh, never
It's
mind.
IDW straight. It's not
Oh,
Mirage.
okay.
IDW straight.
Well, no, because IDW slash Nickelodeon owns the rights to those comics, the original comics. Because I have them, and they say IDW, and you open up the first book, it says copyrighted by Nickelodeon, but it's the
Oh, but this is
original
this is mod
comics.
this is modern
Oh, this
IDW.
is the
This is
modern IDW.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This isn't Ninja Turtles Adventures or nothing. No, this is modern day, like past
Okay.
3 years basically.
Wow. No, I don't know anything about the Strat King then. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. IDW's the Loyal Subjects IDW Shredder in Hell is out a lot now, so it's pretty regularly
Is
available.
that
I've
the
seen it.
is that the one with like the four arms? Like
No,
it
no,
looks kind of like
this
a Mortal Kombat character almost. No.
no, no. I know who you're talking. He kind of looks like Goro, but he's a clone of
Yeah.
Shredder. No, no, that's a NECA 3 pack that they're
Oh, that's the NECA.
re-releasing. That's
Okay.
something else. No, this is the IDW shredder, but they do them sort of in flat, like Golden Girls colors. You know those pastels, like you can almost hear
Yeah.
"Thank you for being a friend"
Oh my
with the shredder.
god.
Yeah, that
The
one.
more
That
the
was
more you know.
yeah, right. Some of these things start blending together.
Exactly.
Yeah, but in those, pastel sort of uh, uh, pencil colors, basically, that one's
Yeah.
out. Next little info or news bite is Tales of the TMNT, the show that's following the Mutant Mayhem. The latest is it's coming late summer. It was supposed last thing I heard was summer, but now it's late summer. So
Yeah. Well, I've seen the
that's
trailer for it. Have you seen the trailer?
I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of the little ones. They look like Rise of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I'm not very
I said it on another show. It looks just like the Rise of the Ninja Turtles.
yeah.
It, probably the same animation studio. Which sorry, but it's an aesthetic thing. I don't like that look. I
I
like
don't like the look of
the
it either.
movie. I like the movie a lot better than I like because the movie's going sort of the Wallet and Gromit, the stop animation look
Mhm.
for their 3D. So I like that. I like that
Yeah.
claymation looking thing, but I don't really like this new show. Whatever.
No, the new show, I don't even like the trailer for it. Honestly, the trailer was kind of like it just kind of made it offsetting. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but the way the movie looked compared to the show, yeah,
It seems like they're gonna really lean into like a Riverdale type, because the show's got to be the turtles in high school, right?
yeah,
And
exactly.
and monsters are gonna come out of here and there, and the Shredder's gonna like become the principal or something like they did with X Men Evolution. They made
Yeah.
Mystique the vice principal or the
Well,
principal. I think that's what they're gonna do.
me personally, I'm hoping they don't actually release the Shredder in the show. I hope they don't have Shredder in the show.
No, they've already said they're holding him for movie two
Yeah, yeah,
because
good.
he's so much in movie two because he is the lead of the bad guys in movie
Yeah.
two. They've already said
Now,
that.
now, what would be cool if they
Yeah.
took Utron and actually showed that she is a Krang in the cartoon? That
Actually,
would be
I
awesome.
have news on the movie two also that's been pushed back to 26.
That does not surprise me. Right now, with all the TV shows and stuff that I've heard about coming out soon, have always been pushed back, and I think that had to do with everybody on strike for the longest time.
Yeah.
Even though
But
the
we are in
Legend of
production, so that's good. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
things are actually happening. They just moved the dates a few more months
yeah.
to
Well,
2026. But
even like the movie The Legend of the White Dragon still hasn't come out. It's supposed to come out, but it hasn't come out. Legend of the White
uh,
Dragon.
yeah, I know
You
what
don't
you're
know?
talking about.
Okay,
That
okay.
might the tell me the Jason David Frank's final movie. I think his daughter
Yeah.
has a cameo in it, and some of the other Power
Mhm.
Rangers are in it. The Time Force, Jason
Yeah,
Funk, I think his name.
there's
He's in it.
yeah, yeah.
I think they're having some issues with the family because
I
he has passed on. So respectfully,
yeah, but
when I talk about this,
I
maybe the
do
family's saying
know.
something because
Well,
somebody. Okay,
maybe somebody's holding it
okay,
back. I just know they wanted it to be perfected, the look of all the CGI and stuff to be perfected. We couldn't tell that it was CGI.
okay,
Uh, but
okay,
I don't think the family's holding it back because the family was pushing it.
okay. So I'll say this, and this is not to talk bad about anybody because everybody has their point of view. But very similarly, Mike Epps was doing the Richard Pryor movie, right? And then he went on and started talking about, oh, the wife doesn't want me to play Richard Pryor anymore. And he took a picture of himself right next to a picture of Richard Pryor, and he was already
Hmm.
in hair and makeup as Richard Pryor with the
Oh
teeth and
wow!
everything. And he says the Richard Pryor's old lady is killing the movie. People have their points, and I'm not talking bad about anybody. I'm just saying, like, these things happen. Movies do get derailed because the estate of somebody's family doesn't want this. I mean, I, I'm guessing
Yeah,
there's it's also
I
I think the record labels too, or the movie labels, because how many people have done an Elvis movie? You know what I mean? And you got to
yeah
figure Priscilla and whoever his daughter, whoever the estate owner of Presley can't be happy with all of their, because there's got to be at least 15 to 20 biopsies on Elvis.
yeah
But
oh yeah, but when it comes to this exact movie,
yeah,
there's
the
even a
legend
toy
of
line
yeah,
for
going back to
yeah
the Legends of
yeah.
the Dragon,
There's even a toy line
freaking
for it
Richard Pryor and
already.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a toy line for it already. I didn't pre-order it because I didn't have the money at the time, but I hear for the toy line itself, I have heard that if it sells really well through the website, they're trying to get a deal.
Valaverse
Yeah,
is doing it.
they're
Yeah.
trying to get a deal with the Walmart. It won't be the same characters, the same 2-pack characters, but it will be like a
It'll
like
be a variation,
one.
like, oh, this is the
Yeah.
Chrome version of it, or this is the grayscale one. Or,
Yeah, yeah,
you got to make
exactly.
the white and the black one, basically. Yeah,
But the
but
a
they're
one
both
for
Tommy,
one,
right? They're both Jason David Frank, right?
I
Like he
I
plays like
think
a clone of
so.
himself or something.
Yeah, I think he plays a clone of himself, like on Dragon,
Like this is the
Dino
good
Thunder.
version, this is the bad
Yeah,
version. Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
All right, the next news item is the movie star Ninja Turtles, the 4-pack. It's out now on Amazon for $50, and I actually really want to get it because my Razor and Toka are like 100 years old and they don't have their belts or the weapons or anything. So it would be a good refresh for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't mind having another foot soldier. The other thing is, I already have like 40 super shredders. I don't want 41 super shredders.
You
What am I
know,
gonna do with another super shredder, bro?
you send it my way.
I might have to do that. I'm staring right now at a carded super shredder that came with the first release of the movie star re-releases
Oh
last year. Remember
wow.
that they re-released the
Yeah,
four turtles, that weird Splinter and Super Shredder. I'm looking right at the Super Shredder in box. I don't need another
yeah,
one.
yeah. I
Uh,
don't actually own any Super Shredder. That was something I wanted to own. Again, it's one of those things I keep looking online, looking at, going, God, that one looks cool. That one looks different. Why do they always look different? Why? Why does every company make it look different? you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, One thing I forgot to say before we get them, because we only have two more topics here. I'm hoping IDW, if they keep going with like, because Loyal Subjects is making IDW this year, and they said that they were
Hmm.
gonna do it. So I hope they start doing the big the 5-star characters. Like, give me Rocksteady and Bebop
Oh
IDW. Give
yeah.
me Leatherhead IDW. Bro, give me a Leatherhead of your own creation, like you had. I have talked about this before, but I want another take on Leatherhead that's a big, like, like a $40 Leatherhead. Give me a nice big Leatherhead. You know. Moving on from that, the next bit is TMNT. Have you seen these things? The bulky collections. You know what? It's basically the turtles, but they're like shrunken down, but they're like super yoked up. They're
Oh yeah.
super muscular with like these
Ah.
pointy heads and this really
Hmm.
really big shine to them.
Yeah, I've seen
Right?
that.
You've seen them.
Hmm.
They look like they
Yeah.
wouldn't pass a performance test, right? they,
Yeah. No, I've seen them. I've seen them. Yeah.
they would not pass a physical. They're making a Krang. Going back to the Krang thing, because I
They're
told you
making a
there's gonna be a lot of
Krang.
Krang. Yeah, they're making a Krang one. And I told
Wow.
you there was gonna be a lot of Krang here. And here's the cute part. It's $239 for this vinyl figure. And the pre-orders are already out now.
Okay. Okay. See, there you go. We
On
just need.
Big Bad and Entertainment and all this.
Yeah. So now we have the Krang of the Megazord. Remember that Megazord that has like the dinosaur rings, the pterodactyl rings that stick out of them, and it has like the big teeth and all that.
Yeah,
That
but
thing's
that one looks badass.
it
And
does
that
look
and
badass.
that one actually turns into the 5 Zords, and it has a tank mode,
Hmm.
and it's a Megazord. It's a full. It's just
Yeah,
their version of. This is not. This is a
I
vinyl
know.
figure that's $239, and it's not that big.
No,
it's not.
no,
It's
no.
not a 9-inch figure. I think it's like 7.5. It's not. It's not what you're
Really?
thinking. Yeah, it's not very
Is it made
big.
is it made out of titanium?
No, it's It's vinyl. The only thing I think might be it might be like 7, but 7 wide also,
Okay.
because it's basically like a brick. The arms are pretty jacked up and the legs are pretty jacked up. It is a nice sculpt, no doubt about it. But I'm not gonna pay $239 for a vinyl figure. Come on, get the
No.
f out of here, bro. With that,
No.
with that.
That's when it comes to that kind of price for a figure like that. No, I'm good. I rather have like a 1.1 scale of Krang as a statue that I can put in my yard or something, you know. That I'll pay $200 for, even $500 for, you know, if I was doing something like that. But for vinyl, no, no vinyl.
Yeah, I'm not paying. Oh, and here is the last bit of news for the day. Uh, and this is the reason I'm wearing a Transformers shirt today.
Oh, Transformers, here we go.
So the last thing is there are listings, and JC from all of the toy collectors and all these things,
Hmm.
Toy News International, I believe it's called his channel. He's already found the listings for Ninja Turtles slash Transformers Party Wagon, aka Big Splinter. There's a crossover now, so there's gonna be a Transformer Ninja Turtle.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that should be interesting. If it, because
Uh,
the rumor right now is that it's a Party Wagon.
well,
They've done this with I don't know if you've seen they did it with GI Joe. Like they've done it. Oh, here's a Cobra Commander smashed with Bumblebee or something.
yeah, I've seen it. Okay,
That
so
that same concept they're bringing it into Ninja Turtle. So it's Ninja Turtles
if
Transformers.
it's the size of like Optimus Prime was back in the day, that big semi truck, if they do that with the Turtle Van, I would pay over $100 for that thing. If it would actually be the good like Turtle Van
I
size,
don't
even
think it
like the
would
ones
go
from
under
Playmate.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, and then actually have it transform. It's like whatever. Oh,
Yeah, it
I
looks
would have it in my
like
house.
125, 130, something
But
like
you know
that.
what I mean. I mean that's something I would buy. I'm not. I don't collect Transformers. I
Yeah,
had a few when I was a kid,
it's
but
listed though. I gotta see what it does, because if it leads into a once a year line, because they do this sometimes. Like they'll come up with one idea, one character, and then okay, this is okay. We'll do Megatron and Cobra Commander for 2023, and then
yeah,
2024 we'll do Optimus Prime and Duke, and then Roadblock and I don't know, Ratchet or something like.
yeah.
They usually keep it to one. So or they decide to go hell with it. Okay, here's the first one, and then we're gonna release an entire wave, and it's not just a once a year thing. So we'll see what happens with
Yeah,
that.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and with that, I think we're done with the news. You got anything else you want to run or want to chat about? Or,
Well, like I said, all I've been doing lately is working and coming home and watching Power Rangers. I just
yeah,
finished Dino Fury is what I actually finished today. God, that show was amazing. It feels weird to actually say this. You know, when I was a kid, I stopped watching in
Dino
space.
Fury or Dino Thunder,
No, Dino Fury,
the
Dino
one with
Fury,
Zato on the
Sato. Yeah,
dragon.
right before it becomes Cosmic Fury. But yeah, you know, starting back when I was a kid, I stopped watching in space, and I have finished all of them. All of them. Now it's like, it's just weird to actually sit down and watch all
Yeah,
that show in a matter of 2 months, and to go, that's so weird compared to what I was used to as a kid watching Mighty Morphin and going, it's like it grew up. Like if I stayed with it, it would have grown up with me. You know, the way they talk, the way they do things. Um, so different.
yeah. I actually today I went to go see the Knox Goes Away. That's the Michael Keaton movie, the latest one in
Yeah.
theaters, and that's his directorial debut. And I was like, I like Michael Keaton, so let's see how it is. And he's trying, because he's not only directing in the movie, but he's also the lead of the movie.
Oh wow.
So he's trying to do like the Clint Eastwood thing, like I'm the director star,
Yeah.
which is you gotta have some stones for that. But I like people that
Exactly.
do this once in a while. You know what I mean? I like that once in a while. I don't like the. I even hate to say it, but there's other people that you know who I'm talking about. The guy that dresses up like a woman and he has to write the movie, he has to produce the movie, he has to be the director of the
Oh,
movie, he has to be the star of the movie, he has to be four other characters in the movie. And I'm not gonna even say the name just because, but you guys know who I'm talking. Oh no, no, the one that says children instead of children. You know that one. Get your children. Yeah, that guy.
yeah,
I don't need to open up a studio and put my name. Da 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 studio. Nah, that's too much. I like the one once in a while. Even Clint Eastwood did do that. And Clint Eastwood is an American treasure, basically, bro. You didn't see
yeah,
him open up Clint Eastwood Studios and the Clint Eastwood Productions and the Clint Eastwood, you know, Bar and Grill and Clint Eastwood's toilet papers. But yeah, getting back to the movie thing, you've seen plots like this. This is nothing new as far as the story goes. It wasn't written by him, but he was the direct. Keaton was the director on the movie. Uh, he's trying, and James Marsden is trying. James Marsden is, I believe that's how you say his name. Is the guy that played Cyclops in the first four X-Men movies.
okay, yeah. I'm
Not
not sure.
young Cyclops, not young Cyclops. The original Cyclops,
Mm-hmm.
regular Cyclops. Yeah, he's in this movie, and he's actually pretty good in the movie. But thing is, the story, bro. The story is basically a Liam Neeson movie. The story is
Really?
weak as yeah. And I
Oh,
love Liam Neeson, and I'll probably watch a Liam Neeson movie every day for the rest of my life if he keeps making them. What the hell? I don't care. I like seeing Liam Neeson, shoot up the bad guys. It's just movies, but
yeah. It's
point
just
being,
movies.
as far as story and script and things like that, that's basically that. And they put Al Pacino in this movie too, as
Really?
the buddy of, because after a while, it like the script seems like it's bored of itself. Like
Yeah.
I know Keaton's trying and the other guy's trying, and even Pacino's trying, but Pacino's only got like four scenes in the movie, and they spread them out. Like here's Pacino in after 30 minutes. Here's another Pacino scene after 30 minutes, and here's the last 20 minutes. Oh, here's Pacino. He's starring in the movie. No, Keaton is starring in the movie, and the James guy is starring. The Martin guy is starring.
Yeah.
But that was what it was, and I haven't gone to the movies in like a month, so I wanted to see something. So, but that's basically what I got. On another little note here, so uh, for the audience that might not know or might know, we've been had like a couple of weeks where we haven't put up episodes. That's just because I was busy with Mascara Fighters anniversary, but that has happened. It was pretty fun. Nothing comes out the way you want it to. Like there's an old saying, happiness isn't perfect, but it was a very
Yes.
good time. But happiness isn't perfect. There's no complete happiness. There's just happiness. But it was a very cool thing. But now we're gonna be kicking it into high gear, so you're gonna see a couple more episodes coming more frequently. That's just to let the audience know, because I know we had a little gap there, but we're catching up. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I
Definitely
got.
catching up.
Yeah. Uh, and I'll see you next time. Dave, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, sure. Again, thanks for everybody that's been subscribing and watching all our videos. It's been a great scene to see videos go up, up, up. So I'm glad you guys are liking this content. Tell people about us. Tell people
Yeah,
all about us, and
share it.
share, subscribe, like,
Yeah,
do
send it
those
to Super
those
7. See
things.
what they do.
Yeah, send me to Super Seven, NECA, whatever. This is all
Let's
for
pick a
fun,
fight now.
anyways.
Play. I'll play. All
But
right. You guys have a good night. Yeah.
serious note here is if you do want us to talk to somebody, we can get a hold of them. We could always do that for fun. Anyways,
Yeah.
have a good
Yeah.
night, everybody,
Good
and
night.
we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
Bye.